Hey guys, I want to talk about the YouTuber Showdown that happened yesterday. This is game number 3 of, I guess you can call it the finals versus BennyCentral's team. Benny had a really good team. It was Qwikerthanu, BennyCentral, Weagal, Shinaldo. He also had Qwikerthanu, and I believe it was Toxic Fresh Kid, is another AMP member. And they were really a really strong team. They had just beat Jay Nasty's team right before this in a 3-game series. They won 2-1. What ended up happening in this series is we played standoff hardpoint, and that was on US host, and we won that game. The next game was on Yemen hardpoint, and it was on UK host because we were alternating. And basically, whoever had the most combined points through the first 2 games would determine the host for the next game. And because BennyCentral's team had more points, they ended up hosting this game, so we are playing on 3 and 2 bars. I do live in California, which is really unfortunate for me because I 2-barred to the UK, and it was pretty rough. As you can see in the start of this game, I tried using the Scorpion, which is what I primarily used throughout this tournament. And that's because I was playing on a Texas host, not a California host, because Birdman was hosting. And you want to use the guns that are actually strong enough to cut through the lag. Like Scorpion is devastating up close, so even though I'm on a crap connection, if anybody runs up on me, you can pretty much take them out with the Scorpion. It's the lag gun. And for long range maps, I use the LSAT a lot during this tournament. You guys know how good I am with the LSAT. You see it from me all the time. I've done numerous videos with it, and you see it all the time in my live stream. So I busted this bad boy out, and it served me well this game. I think I ended up going, I believe it was 42 and 22 or 23, something like that. Held about a 2 KD, which was really solid. Also led the lobby in kills. I was playing more of a supportive role, and the reason for that is since I was on such a bad connection, you definitely don't want to get put in situations where you're up against players that are as good or better than you at being aggressive with, submachine guns and whatnot. Qwikerthanu, he was using a submachine gun. He's absolutely monstrous with it. He's really hard to stop, especially when he's hosting. BennyCentral, I think, was using an AR, and he was also on 4-bar using the AN, and that was really hard to stop as well. So what I did was I posted up through the middle, and I used this technique because I saw Qwikerthanu running through the kitchen a lot. I also saw Qwikerthanu coming through a lot. I noticed a lot of their players were funneling through, and I do this strategy too when I'm on A, is I try to funnel through the kitchen and take control over mid, right here in the center raid area. And if you're on C and you can stop the enemy from coming out of the kitchen, it's virtually impossible for them to get off of the A flag because they have to run this way towards B flag. So what I did is I sat behind the rock. I basically just cut off that angle and funneled them right into my team. Now, the only way they could really get away from us was if they ran all the way around the pool side and came to C flag, which I was ready for them as well if they did that. So it was a really good strategic plan that I did here. I let guys on better connection than me do a lot more of the rushing. Guys like, Zoom. I think Birdman switched out as well to a submachine gun. He took off his foul. He primarily was just playing anchor on the hard points. He was really doing a good job doing that. I really liked the team that I had too. I mean, I drafted extremely well. My number 1 pick was Birdman. I basically set up this team to play super defensive in case we needed to, because anytime you play against good players, if you have no defense, you're doomed. You're not going to be able to win. You have to have players that can attack, and I know Zoom is one of the best, I guess you can call him Slayer guys that I've played with. I picked him up immediately. He's really good in hardpoint at getting inside the objective and slaying guys and picking up those nice captures. Also, I had Birdman too for the anchor spots. He pretty much played anchor for us on the hardpoints. He plays hardpoint a lot, and he's used to playing against really strong players, so I thought that was a really good pickup. Also, I had to get Scrub Killer because me and Scrub Killer just work extremely good together. We both can do everything. Even though we were pretty much on the most worst connections on our team because we're California players, I know he can play defensive, and he's really good at playing the objective and being aggressive as well. So he can do whatever's needed. SV, really strong defensive player, and he can also move around the map, and he's used to being, in the enemy's face as well because he runs a lot of support gameplays. And he's just one of those guys that can play, both offense and defense. And also picked up Aways, another really strong player, a guy who is used to slaying, a guy who I know can post up as well. So I just tried to build the most balanced team, guys that were strong defensively but also can be aggressive if they needed, and it actually worked out for us. I think the team that would have given us the most problems, of course, would be Jay Nasty's team. We ended up scrimmaging, I think, 4 of their players, and we had 3 of our players. And then We had like just some random other guys, and they were actually kicking our ass in the hard points. Jay Nasty is really, really good, guys, and that's what I want to say is a lot of these players are just absolutely outstanding. But yeah, anyways, I think that team would have given us the most problems simply because of the fact that they do play a little more tactical and they play with a little more smarts. Like when we were scrimmaging, they were throwing smoke grenades, which actually takes away my LMG post up game. And like for example, if they were throwing smoke through the kitchen, it would have made things a lot harder. But I did have one counter to it. I had a backup class which I was just holding. I didn't need to use it because no one brought out the smoke. But I had this same class with dual ban instead of quick draw. So if anybody was throwing smoke through the kitchen, I would immediately see them. Obviously, no one would dare run cold blooded. You know, that would be just absolutely stupid when you could run better things like toughness and throwing on a different second perk on one of the other tiers. But yeah, hopefully next time we do this, we can all play each other because I think that would have been a really good matchup. Would have been really fun to play. I was looking forward to it. What ended up happening with BennyCentral's team as well, there was a little bit of controversy because when Jay Nasty's team was playing BennyCentral's team, pretty much what happened is BennyCentral or Qwikerthanu, I don't know which one, was actually running hardline, and they ended up getting a VSAT versus Jay's team. So that VSAT basically won the third and final game for them, which advanced them to play against us. And that's a little unfortunate. They need to clarify the rules a little better because I think they were under the impression that hardline was allowed when it really wasn't. So that hardline actually helped them out. And I guess you can say it's a little bit of a tainted victory. I thought they might have been DQ'd, but just for the sake of not destroying the win and taking away credit, I think they left it the way it was. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this gameplay, guys. I think there's like 40 seconds left. Leave a comment. Let me know if you watched the YouTuber Showdown and what you guys thought of it. I played well. My team, I guess you could say, won. And it was really fun overall. I'm looking forward to the next one. But I'll catch you guys next video. And if you want to see more of the games from the Showdown, just leave a comment. I'll probably, if I do upload them, I'll probably upload the raw footage. I'm not going to commentate them. I'll just upload so you guys can see my perspective. Since I didn't live stream it, I didn't want to affect my connection while I'm, really trying. So that's it, guys. I'll catch y'all next video. I'm out. Final score 40-something kills. Peace.
Let's go. Yes. That's how we do it.
Good game.
Go play game.
How do you guys feel about that spot I took in